Call Haloyim Yahweh, by Hashem, Hamashiach Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakodash, Barakatham. Shalom. This is your fellow servant Tazawar from the GMS Orlando camp, here with another lesson. First, I want to start off by giving all glory, honor, and praise unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, whom rule well, and from whom we learn His truth. Shalom to you Akim who are not in GMS, but are pushing likewise doctrine in spirit and in truth with all sincerity. To you few sisters that are listening and learning, as well as you speckled birds that are scattered among the nations looking like those nations. To the 144,000 elect men and the rest of the hopeful elect, to you I say, Shalom. This lesson basically is, so I was listening to the beloved brother Ariyah, right? And he said something in one of his videos about, Transformers or whatever, right? And how that basically how that whole abominable acronym clan, all right, group, the alphabet soup drinkers, those rainbow sliders, right? I really prefer to the term alphabet soup drinkers, because the rainbow is actually a covenant from the Lord. All right. But you know who I'm talking about. That group. He made a statement saying that that is true, and we all know it, right? To be frank, that it's against the Most High, right? And let's, for argument's sake, and this is not an argument, but let's just say, for the sake of conversation, there you go, that there was an individual who was not sexually active, right? They was having no sex, but they identified as a transformer or a Trans Am, right? A Trans Am sports car. Got the big Phoenix on there. The Phoenix represent new birth, right? Rebirth. So let's just say that there's an individual driving a Trans Am. Well, the statement he made was, that's still against even pushing that acceptance, all right? Or because it used to be tolerance, right? Which we don't tolerate. We have to suffer it. We damn sure don't accept it though. But we have to tolerate it. We have to suffer it. But it used to be tolerance. Now it's acceptance. But pushing that whole vibe is against the Heavenly Father. And we know these things because we know that sodomites, right? Shaddamites, are abominable. Right, but I thought I would put a little something together just for for the purposes of actually going into the word, that prefix. And so let's do that right fast, right quick. Here we go. Right there, you see it on the screen, huh? It's a Trans Am, a sports car with the Phoenix on the trunk, on the hood, right? So if that prefix, if you drop the am, right, and just put the transmission, the trans on there, the prefix in front, what does that prefix mean? What does trans prefix mean? And this is what AI generated, right? Now this is a standard Google search. All right, you see it right there in the bar. I mean, at the very top, it say google.com, right? Then it say, what it say? That right there. The AI overview, it says the Latin prefix trans has multiple meanings, right? And we know that in itself, anytime, they start doing this new speak shit and generating new definitions for words that didn't mean that 10, 15, 20 years ago, we already know that that's some, esta mierda. That's that bullshit. That's that shit. That bullshit. Right? Anyway, it reads across, right? Beyond, or on the other side of. For example, transatlantic, right? And I just for one want to say that them putting this definition at the top kind of pissed me off in the spirit, because when you get into the word, go into the word Hebrew, right? It basically means to cross over or beyond or from the other side, right? So in the spirit already, this kind of just pissed me off, because them having that like, y'all understand what I'm trying to say. This prefix that's associated with such abominable, disgusting things. It disrupted, it vexed my spirit, man. All right. Anyway, bullet number 2, it says so, and this is really what they're trying to allude to when they put this prefix on a gender. All right. And not just gender, but think about, you know what? Let's think about transhumanism as well. Okay, transhuman. But anyway, it says so or such as to change in form or position or transfer. For example, transliterate. Right? Transliterate. Okay? So if you don't know, there's a difference between translate and transliterate. So transliterate is actually changing in form, right? Because when you translate the meaning of something. Like, for example, the word God, right, in English is God, God. In Spanish, the word is Dios, right, in the Latin tongue, right? So that's to translate, right? Then you have translate in Hebrew it's Allah, right? Now to transliterate means you take the phonetic sound. That's really what that means. You take the phonetic sound. There's a lesson I did on this in my video cache, my video library. And I believe it's titled The Difference Between Translation versus Transliteration. It's a whole video on it. I did it a while ago. I may need to update it. But transliterate, say you have the word Joshua in English, right? Which we know is the name Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew. Where there are no J's in the Hebrew language. So to transliterate that, you would write it in Hebrew characters, and the name would go Yahweh Shai, right? So that's transliterating. Same meaning, same definition, same name, but you translate the sound or the phonetic sound. Okay? So Yahweh Shai in the English would be Y, right? You'd put a Y there instead of a J. And if you really transliterate the name in its true form, YAH, right? Yahweh Shai. So you put that in English lettering characters. That's transliterate. Okay. It says through, for example, Transithmanian, right? Transithmian. And then it says the last bullet point is changing thoroughly. Changing thoroughly. For example, transempirical, right? Transverse. Okay, but the definition we want to focus on is what? The second one. So or such as to change in form or position or transfer. So form and position. All right, that's the definition. Now, actually, you know what? I misspoke earlier. The brother Ariel was going into, he did say that, but about the abominable acronym. What he was going into was people that are pushing this transhumanism. Okay? Transhumanism. That is against the Most High. That's against Yahweh Shai, man. Right? So let's just say, for argument's sake, we talking about the MOTB. The MOTB, right? Mark of the BEAST, right? And the whole transhumanism thing. So if you take the first definition of beyond, that means they want to go beyond regular human genetics and capability. And then when you go into the second bullet point, it talks about so or such as to change in form or position. And they want to do both. They want to change the form of the people, right? And they want to change positions with the Israelites. And you know who the they is. I'm talking about the powers that be, right? The real red man of the earth, Pinky, all right? Pink, the pink man, all right? The Pink Panther, Esau, Edom, the Idumeans. Right? There was another one. Yeah, this one right here, the Merriam Dictionary. It says, what is the literal meaning of trans? Derived from Latin, trans, across, beyond, so as to change. So it's basically a shortened form of what we read up there, generated under AI. Now, why am I bringing this out? Because let's hit the beginning. Genesis 1 and 26, right? And Yahweh, right? And God, and Yahweh said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, right? And over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, right? Let me grab this word cattle real fast. Bahama. Beast, cattle, animal. All right. Beast, cattle, animals. Cattle, livestock, domestic animals, wild beasts. Okay. I never looked at that word cattle before, and I wanted to see, because when you go into the word nations, right, one of the is Gawayim, right, is nations. So when you go into that word nations, one of the definitions is cattle, right? That's one of the understandings. Okay. And over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. Right? There's 27. So Yahweh created so Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. Right? And God blessed them and said, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, Salakia, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. All right. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree, yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. Right? So the verses I want to pull from that were what? Were 27. Okay. 27 and 31. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. All right. So it doubles down on that. We're created in the image of our Heavenly Father, man, and his Son, the powers. Okay. The powers of creation. So when you go back into this right here, and you're talking about beyond, right? Or the second bullet point, so or such as to change in form, right? That means, and that was a beautiful point that the brother brought out, because this is going against Yahweh, pushing transhumanism, man. Because you're going against creation as it was intended. Because again, 27 and 31, right here, in verse 27 and then verse 31, it says, and God saw everything that he had made, and behold, and look, it was very good. Right? And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. So this means that the powers that be think that they can do better than the powers of the universe, man. The powers of the world, the source and power of all creation, man. Because Yahweh gave the blueprint and the instruction to Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai carried out the orders, man. So they think that their wisdom is beyond that of the Heavenly Father. This is why they are pushing all of this digitized stuff, because they actually believe that they can download consciousness now. So I saw in a post before, I might have it somewhere in one of my saved reels, but this guy was talking about the only thing that stopped these devils, right, from being able to download or transfer consciousness from a man into a machine or a computer. We're not talking about link 'em, right? Like you can link a man's mind to a robot or some computer and have it do tasks like they've already started doing with the monkeys, right? These devils are literally trying to transfer consciousness, a complete brain, into a hard drive, for lack of a better word. Anyway, the guy was saying in the reel that the only thing that was stopping them prior to this current time was storage. They couldn't store that much data. Well, now they got some shit called a tetrabyte or a terabyte or something like that. That let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. I looked this up. It's called a terabyte, right? And it say a terabyte is also a unit of digital data that measures storage capacity or the amount of stored data. 1 terabyte is equal to 1,000 gigabytes. or 1 trillion bytes, right? And then I believe they got something called a tetrabyte. All right, let's see what it say. What's bigger than a terabyte? Petabyte. A petabyte. But anyway, these devils are really trying to store their consciousness, man. And the reason behind that is because if they perfect this technology, they actually believe that they can become immortal. Right? The tripped out part is they might be able to have memory, but they won't have a soul, because the soul is found in the blood. Anyway, let's grab Psalms 82 and 6. Because remember, on the other one, it says what? To change form or position. And they want to do both. They want to change their form, and they also want to change their position. All right. They want to change positions with the Israelites. And so we can get understanding of that, they want to go from, for lack of a better term, manhood. I'm not talking about your lower members, but they want to step from being mortal men into gods. They want to achieve God status, become a godhood. And let's just read this. Psalms 82 and 6. I have said ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High. Right? But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Okay? And let's go down to 8. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. Right? And who, after he does that, who's he going to give the nations to as a portion of their inheritance? The elect. The nation of Israel as a whole. But the elect will be the first ones to receive that inheritance, to partake in that inheritance. Okay, well, Yahweh Shai first, and then the elect under the order of the house of David, man. And this is what they want to change. They want to inherit all the nations and become as gods. Verse 6, I have said ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High. See, they can acknowledge that the Most High he exists. But now, again, they think they know better, that they know how to do, that they figured things out and have perfected creation with everything that they've done. Never mind all of the destruction, the famine, right? The state of the air and the water and all of that shit, which is by design, because they do want to reduce the population. So we have to keep that in mind. You got to, frame those things in the proper context. All right, but that Genesis 1 said a lot. And let's grab one more. Let's grab Isaiah 41. And let's start at 8. This is Isaiah 41. Going into, I just read there what Yahweh is going to inherit the nations, and then he's going to give them unto us. So Isaiah 41 and 8. But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. Thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, Thou art my servant. I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away. All right. And what? I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away. That's a cut to the Christians right there. Yahweh has not cast away his people, man. He turned his face from us for a time, because we was fucking up, going off, being, going a whoring after other gods. All right? Defiling ourselves, man. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Who's that? Yahweh Shai. Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. Right? Thou shalt seek them, and shall not find them, even them that contend with thee. They that war against thee shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught. And that's coming soon, Lord willing. Right? For I, the Lord, Yahweh, anytime you see that word Lord in all caps, that's literally the name of Yahweh. All right, in the Hebrew. For I, the Lord, thy God, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help thee. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, saith the Lord Yahweh, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. All right, who's our Redeemer? That be Yahweh Shai. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small. The mountains go into the other nations. All right. The other nations and their government systems. Okay. And beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them, just like we were scattered. Right? And thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, Yahweh, and shall glory in the Holy One of Israel. All right? Thus saith the Lord, man. So again, this is what the other nations don't want to happen. This is why they pushing transhumanism. Okay? Because they know if they can get all the Israelites to take this, to go along with that dream, right? With that that lie, and take the MOTB, take that chip no dip. First thing they're gonna try to do is wipe out all of us, all the men. Right? But if our nation buy into that, they can get rid of us. Right? But it's not gonna happen, because the Lord has a remnant elect that is set apart, right, for his purpose. And those men will go from hunters. Salaki, those men will go from fishers into hunters. And those are the same men that will endure unto the end. That remnant will be changed, right? Inherit incorruptible bodies, and go back to the state of Psalms 82 and 6. Go back to the state of being God's. Right? Let's pull Isaiah. Let's pull Psalms 82 and 6 one more time. Salakia. I have said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. That is speaking to whom? Israel. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that point out. That was on my mind. Anyway, I hope this finds you well, and I pray it was edifying. Until next time, Shalom.